thick bloodlines in this sport. Let's take a look.
All right, welcome back. I'm not going to lie to you. We've been meaning to do this for a while. There's only like 6 of us Syracuse alums in Detroit, and we've got 2 of them right here. Evan Stockton with the guy who's more important, Buddy Boeheim. Buddy, thanks for doing this.
Of course. Good to have some Syracuse people here. I've been lonely, so appreciate you doing it.
It's like me, Buddy, Mike Tirico, and Matt Derry. That's it. There's not and Iffy Melifonwu on the Lions. How about that?
Yeah. Got to support the Cuse football guys, too, so it's good having them here, too.
I promise we're not going to do too much Syracuse stuff here. We're going to do some basketball first. You're 2 as a pro, man. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. Just learning, taking that first year, really growing on and off the court. Just learning how to live away from home. Obviously, being at home at Syracuse was a cheat for me, going home, doing my laundry and stuff. So that was an adjustment. And then on the court, just continuing to get better, getting stronger, being able to shoot from range, and just continuing to grow every day. So I'm really enjoying it so far.
What is the biggest leap you think you've made from year 1 as a pro to now here in year 2?
I would just say overall athleticism, being able to guard multiple positions, being able to shoot from deeper, from 3, shooting from range, and just getting used to the athleticism at this level, because it's a step up from college, just like how high school is to college. It's always a step up in athleticism, skill, and just honestly everything.
Was there a moment, your first year, maybe your second year, where you realized that jump in athleticism? Like, okay, I'm not playing Duke anymore. I'm playing the Cleveland Charge here.
Oh, I would say early on, even going back to training camp my rookie year, just getting in there, getting to summer league, just realizing that these guys are just even better. You can't even translate. You can't prepare for it. It's just getting those reps every day has been huge for me, and competing against them in training camp. And last year was a big help for me, and this year, and just coming out and being aggressive.
Obviously, the grind of professional sports is slightly different than college. And hoops, if you have an amazing year, you're playing 35 games. Feels like you're playing 35 games in 2 months in the pros. Yeah. What are some things as a professional athlete that the normal person doesn't understand that you wish they would understand?
Oh, just like you said, especially at the NBA. I mean, being on a 2-way last year, going from game to game, even if I wasn't suiting up, I was going to watch the game, and then coming to the G League. I think I did 7 games in 9 days last year, and I mean, I couldn't even feel my legs. All my shots were short, and I was like, all right, that's probably makes sense, but just you get a week in between games in college, it's spaced out, and here you're playing 4 games in 7 days, even at the G League, and you're traveling city to city in between. So it's just it's a different type of grind, and I've gotten used to it luckily, but guys who come in are always a little surprised at first, and it takes a little to get used to that everyday grind.
So you mentioned going to college at Syracuse. You grew up right down the road. We're going to get into his dad in a second, I promise. But as someone who grew up in one area of the country and now is getting acclimated to here, the Detroit area, what are you liking about being here so far?
I like Detroit a lot. I tell people it's pretty similar to Syracuse, honestly. I think it's just more professional sports. It's a little more mainstream. There's a little more going on, but it's similar weather, it's better weather, honestly. I really enjoy the winters here. So people always call me crazy, but I'm wearing sweatshirts every day. But it's a good city. I really enjoy it. The people are passionate about sports. They obviously love their sports teams, and it's simple. It's low key. Some good restaurants I've found, which is major for me, and it's pretty similar. And I can drive home 6 hours, so not bad right there.
See, I've been telling people for years literally everything Buddy has said. Hey, when I went to college, I could drive home. And honestly, the people of Syracuse kind of like Detroit. And oh, by the way, here's the thing about Michigan, right? It has the common decency to stop snowing after like 4 inches. Buddy can tell you better than me. Why does it have to snow in Syracuse 3 feet, dude? Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, it's normal. I would go to bed and there'd be a couple inches of snow on the ground. I'd wake up and you couldn't go outside. The door was blocked in with snow. It's 2 to 3 feet, and I would still have school that day. So we would just get up like it was a normal day. They take care of the roads well, which is good, but I'd be on my way to school in about 30 minutes and get out of the door, and it's normal in Syracuse, so I definitely enjoy it here.
So obviously you've got the very famous last name. Your dad is, without exaggeration, one of the best basketball coaches who has ever lived. But I feel like when people know someone like that, they're in the public eye for so long, there's these misconceptions. We know your dad is the guy with the interesting fashion choices and the whiny voice. Yeah. What do you wish people knew about your dad that they just don't know about him because they're not around him every day?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoy that people think he's obnoxious and grumpy, but honestly, he's the most caring, loving guy I've been around. He's really funny. He's got some great jokes he'll give us, and he wants to go every day. He still wants to go play golf. He wants to go out to eat every night. He's a big foodie. That's where I probably got it from. But he's always watching basketball. He wants to talk basketball. We'll talk about anything. So he really is as outgoing as anyone I know, and yeah, he's the best person I know. So it's fun to see that people joke about it, but I kind of like that private side to him as well.
I hope you know as well that for years your dad made fun of people like me who went to Newhouse, and now he's calling games. Have you guys made fun of him for that yet?
Yeah, I watched the Carolina game first. He did a good job, but I'm definitely nervous for it because he calls it how it is. He's gonna say if it's a bad shot, it's a bad shot. If this guy isn't too good, he's gonna say that. But we all watch. My mom's been giving him some pointers on the text during it. He'll come back to 3 or 4 texts, posture, and little things like that. So that's helped, and we've been all invested in it. But yeah, we're not too surprised because he can't get away from basketball.
I feel like I'm Andrew Marchand here. I'm breaking news. Julie Boeheim is helping Jim be better at broadcasting.
Yeah, she helped him be a better coach too. She would give him some pointers here and there, and thought she was the assistant coach. So that's nothing new in the Boeheim house.
Obviously, everyone's brought up your dad before, but this is not new in normal life. Like, everyone goes into the family business, and they go into the family business for different reasons. Why do you love basketball?
I think just at a young age, my first love was Syracuse basketball. I think that was what I loved more than anything, going to the games, being 4 years old, mopping the courts at timeouts, being a ball boy, looking up to the Syracuse players. That's really all I wanted, was to play at Syracuse. So I just fell in love with it through Syracuse, and eventually as I got older and to high school, I said, all right, I want to try to be a good basketball player and work as hard as I can and see what happens. And, it kind of just unfolded how it did. I never had a goal to play at Syracuse or become a good player there. It just worked out day by day, working hard and falling in love with the workout aspect of it first, and being around, the Mello Center and the players and practice really showed me what it took to get to that level.
And we're about to do television for a couple of people here, but it's fine. I'm going to ask him some Syracuse quick hitters. Favorite spot on Marshall Street?
Varsity.
That's such a lame answer. Like, you're supposed to say
I know.
that.
My dad's been going there, though, and they've lost a lot of spots, actually. I really like Sliders, me and my dad, when it was there. Great burgers. That was his spot. That was one of the biggest devastations I've seen. That was like the Big East going to the ACC for him. He had a T-shirt and everything, so that one hurt him. But Varsity, I'd say.
The right answer is Blue Monkey, but we'll get past it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Favorite Italian restaurant in Syracuse?
Sant'Angelo's family spot in Liverpool, but we go there every Sunday.
You do?
Yeah,
really?
my dad loves it. They have great rack of lamb, and chicken francais is what everyone else gets.
My family may have gone there once, and we may or may not have seen your dad in the corner. So he's not lying, by the way. They actually do go. The right answer, again, I guess this is lame. I like Possibilities.
That's
okay?
mainstream. Everyone says that. It's a great spot, but that's mainstream. That's worse than Varsity for me.
The tomato oil is amazing at Possibilities.
It is.
You should go there.
It is.
I'm going to let you off the hook. You don't have to say your favorite SU athlete is a basketball player. Who's your favorite Syracuse athletic athlete of all time?
Oh, it's really tough. That's tough. I'd probably go Johnny Flynn. I'd go G-Mac's my guy, but I was 5 years old when he was going up, and when he was there, and I was there when I was 9 or 10, got to go to the 6 overtime game in the Garden. Greatest game I've ever been to and will ever go to. And Johnny played 55 minutes or something that game, never got tired. And just also off the court, really awesome guy. And I'd say Johnny, and Devo's my guy too. That's someone I've gotten very close with over the years.
Well, you got to see Eric Devendorf. You're in Detroit.
Absolutely. Flint. That's my guy right there, though.
Last one for you. Basketball question here, right? Yeah. Still your second year as a pro. Mm-hmm. Still getting better. We're still in the middle of this thing. But by the end of this season, what do you want to say about Buddy Boeheim's 2023-2024 professional season, wherever it ends?
Just tremendous growth, honestly. Not worried about the numbers, whatever it is, but just got better every day, came in with a good attitude, worked as hard as possible, and let the results speak for themselves, and controlled what I could, and just gave it everything I had.
I don't think that was too nauseating, right? Like a couple of Syracuse guys in Detroit. We only spent like a quarter of the interview. We did pretty good.
It was great. I could talk about Syracuse for hours, so we'll let them off the hook.
Next time we'll get Iffy Melifonwu and Mike Tirico in this thing. Buddy, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
More Cruise basketball coming up right after this.